Chinese backed up. Were backing up Pol Pot for a minute there,
Yeah.
and so did the Americans.
Really?
Well,
Pol Pot?
not directly, but the Khmer Rouge.
Gotcha. Oh, the Khmer Rouge was what, the resistance, right?
Yeah, that was Pol Pot's army. Yeah, that shit was. I researched that quite a bit, but
So you got your phone on silent?
yeah. Yeah, that was they fought those guys right after the Americans left.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
To the best of my knowledge, they don't have fucking shrines set up to, I wouldn't say shrines, like monuments set up to commemorate that bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they got memorials. Yeah, that's one of those dark tourism destinations. You just go to see the killing fields.
Oh, yeah, bro. That's where Sylvester Stallone got most of his inspiration for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it was directly, because he was in Burma.
I've been seeing some overtly racist shit come across my feed.
Bro, dude, you ain't kidding. All right, so welcome back.
I know my algorithm is not set up for that.
No, dude, welcome back. I'm Hesco, that's James.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's been a minute since our last one. We had a busy couple weeks, and
about to have a busy next couple weeks.
And I got busy and whatever, and we just couldn't get around to even put anything on film. But we're here today, and it's dude, it's it's the overtly overwhelming, I say algorithmic, just upload of racist content on X that I've been getting.
Not just on X, on Facebook.
X on Facebook, and just just people.
I don't really do Instagram too much,
so. But yeah, X. So the catalyst to a lot of that, we're gonna cover a couple topics. They're not gonna be in chronological order.
My YouTube feed.
Yeah, they're not gonna be exactly on chronological order because we're just having a conversation. So as they come up, I'll hit them up. But so we touched up on this many episodes ago. So that's a trend that we've been consistently one of the first YouTube channels out there, even from the big ones that are out there, with our 90 viewers and subscribers. We're one of the first ones that actually cover stuff that's that'll hit mainstream news a year later. And if you look back in our archive, we covered this stuff in episode fucking 20 or whatever. So the Donald Trump's government, or our government, State Department, allowed 59 people from South Africa to migrate to the United States under these, and they gave them immigration status, and they're, and all this other stuff where they're going to be able to settle here in the United States and become citizens eventually.
Right. The left is up in arms about it.
59 people total, but that includes women, children, and whatever. And they're farming families, escaping what's being consistently and accurately debunked as a genocide in South Africa. And I say consistently debunked because there is not a genocide of whites in South Africa, but what there is a systemic ethnic cleansing through political legislation, persecution, and violence. So it's not a genocide in the most traditional sense of the word, or numerical sense of the word by Geneva and all that. But it's an ethnic cleansing, which sounds a lot worse if you think about it, because genocide, when you listen to them phonetically, ethnic cleansing sounds like really worse than a genocide, but in reality, the genocide is strictly speaking about executing a number of people of a particular race or religion or in mass. Where the ethnic cleansing is more broad term utilized for eradicating a particular sect,
period of time.
a particular sect of a population through a longer period of time through various means.
Right.
So, I mean, you feel free to correct me if I get the definition wrong, but because I'm just going off the top of the dome here. But so that's what's been happening in South Africa for many years. They would throw the numbers out, and a lot of leftists are like up in arms because they're white South Africans, and their argument is about as basic and smooth-brained, illogical, shoot off the hip type logic that you could possibly have for this kind of scenario. Just like, oh well, these whites are allowed and these browns are not. Completely avoiding the fact that one group had illegally crossed the border into the United States, and another one was invited.
Yeah.
Through legal means because of political and physical persecution. Another thing is that the rash of memes like, oh, look at these starving South Africans. The starvation was not a factor. So you see a fairly large South African male coming down an escalator, and they're like, oh, look at these starving South Africans. It's like, they're not here because they were starving. Like, what's happening here? Like, and it's not. The problem that I have is it's a small group of blacks with platforms that are 0.00% of the black population, like 0.00 something. They're nobodies. They're fractions of a penny.
Well, they're internet famous. That's the problem.
But they got platforms on the internet, and they push this nonsense out, and it makes freaking people fucking like recoil because.
Well, the thing is, it's not just them, because how's it getting into the algorithms?
Because
these fucking companies are fucking pushing that shit out to everybody else.
Well, these people are pushing it, and the politicians are pushing it with zero research whatsoever. I don't know if you've paid attention to my replies on Twitter and how I've been machine gunning the fuck out of these people on X, and it's just like no research. Like, they'll put stuff out with no background whatsoever. Like a 5-minute little, cursory search would tell you that this is not the case. And another thing is that they're manipulating the AI platforms like Grok to get confirmation bias responses to support, to basically put the scaffolding on their arguments, and it's nefarious, So I had a pretty long conversation with people from X on this stuff with Grok, because the common thing was like, is there a genocide of whites in South Africa? Well, Grok would tell you immediately, no. Well, yeah, that's true, and then we'll give you a bunch of things that why is it not? But it doesn't get into nitty gritty. It just basically tells you the surface question and answers the surface question, and they'll copy paste that surface answer and use it to bolster their argument. But there is layers to this shit. So, the ruling party over there is the ANC. The ANC president, who's or fucking minister, whatever the fuck he's called, the prime minister, whatever the fuck his name is, the leader of the ANC, he has been completely quiet about another group that's called the EFF. The EFF has been pushing the sentiment of killing the white man. And they've had enormous rallies. They're about 8% of the total economic power provided to the ANC. So it's a big chunk of their funding provided by the EFF. So clearly the ANC doesn't want to upset that group of people because they need their funding. And but what's happening is that they're basically endorsing that sentiment of killing whites by their inaction, and thus sanctioning the killing of whites, which that inaction also has a trickle down effect because the ANC controls the courts. So when the ANC controls the courts, what happens is that not only are their law enforcement reporting numbers can't be trusted, but their prosecution numbers can't be trusted, and so you're getting a lot of people that are being victimized that are not coming forward because it's no use, or the ones that are, on some of the more heinous ones, are barely getting the attention that they deserve, and if they get reported statistically at all. Another thing is they're making a clear distinction on the race of people that are being attacked. And when you look at the statistics of how many white farmers and blah, blah, blah have been killed, a lot of these AI platforms fail to realize that if you are a black laborer that works for a white farmer, because that place is technically a democracy and you willingly went over there, you're not a slave, that turns you into an Uncle Tom type person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So killing you or killing a white is one and the same. So murdering the labor of the white farmers is also affecting the white farmers, and it's a kind of ipso facto fucking effect of the oppression. So you're killing my laborers. Laborers just happen to be black. You're persecuting the white farmer, because if this was a black-owned, black-operated farm, it wouldn't be
Right.
it wouldn't be receiving as much of the attention from these subversive groups. But it's a topic that I've been familiar with for decades. I got white South African friends and I got black South African friends, and I've lost South African friends in battle. I've lost them in combat, and I've lost them to suicide, and I've lost white South Africans through illness, and I've had many friends that I hold near and dear to me through the years, men that have taught me a lot of things, not just about soldiering, but about life. You know, these grown men that, because I came into this into the GWAT, I was relatively a young guy. And a lot of these dudes they've been chasing people around with Galeos for a while. You know what I mean? Some of them are veterans of the Bush Wars in Rhodesia, and these guys. They some of them were part of the freaking famous 3-2 battalion, and a couple of them that I met through the years worked for Executive Outcomes and whatever, and so I was surrounded by some very distinguished South African warfighters. And a lot of them taught me a lot of stuff. Some of them were fucking really bad to me. That's another thing. Some of them treated me like absolute shit. Like flat out open racist to my face. Some of them were like that. I can tell you that was a very small minority. And and I don't see the numbers of the racist South Africans that treated me like shit any different from the numbers of white Americans that treated me like shit through the years. It's comparable.
As you talk about this, I'm just casually scrolling through X looking for whatever we can talk about.
Right.
Exactly what you're talking about. Can't pronounce the fucking name on it. What he posted, though, was South Africa has now passed 142 laws forcing discrimination against anyone who is not black. Even though I was born in South Africa, the government will not grant Starlink a license to operate simply because I am not black. Oh, it must be Elon.
That's Elon.
It's a weird name. It's a Kekis Max. Oh, Kek. Got it. Okay. Fucking 4chan bullshit. Yeah. Kekis Maximus. This is shameful, disgraceful legacy of what else do you say? Legacy of the great Nelson Mandela, who sought to have all races treated equally in South Africa. Yeah, he did. So,
yeah. And that's the thing. Like it's one of those things. Like the government has been. So we can all agree, and even most South Africans agree that ending apartheid was a necessary evil in many aspects. However, it's a bunch of South Africans can also tell you that Nelson Mandela was a fucking terrorist. And yeah, I mean they hold him like he's fucking like they almost canonized this guy, but for a while that's all he was a terrorist. Yeah. But the thing that he tried to do was to bridge that gap and ease that transition from apartheid to not apartheid.
So that's the thing. What little I understand about Nelson Mandela's ideology and his attempts, and I say little I understand because I haven't researched it, going off of the basics that I was taught in whatever schools I went to. Mm-hmm. He wasn't trying to do this. He wasn't trying to have the whites eliminated from society. He wasn't trying to have them killed. He wasn't trying to have their property removed. No. He was trying to make the government equally representative,
right,
of whites and blacks.
Right. It was a dream of his that's been perverted and overtaken by people who really didn't experience apartheid, for the most part. The reality is that these 59 people that are coming over to the United States, if you don't have one of them that's in their 60s, which I don't think there is, none of them should even remember. Or if they lived in South Africa during apartheid, they were either very small children, or they just weren't alive. Like, it's just, this is... So anyways, the EFF, during their rallies, created this song called Kill the Boer. Mm-hmm. The Boer being the white South African. Right. And they chant this song. And the government remains silent. White South Africans everywhere try to apply for legislation, try to push their legislators to condemn the use of this song because it's inflammatory and it's going to call for violence. The head honcho for the EFF was basically saying that, oh no, that's not what it means. We're just trying to, like, dude, direct statements don't seldom require context.
Right.
If I tell somebody on the street, hey, stand right there, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and that guy kills me in return, it doesn't really matter if I made a conscientious attempt to kill him. I stopped that guy and threatened his life.
Right.
And he has no fucking idea how to interpret that and has no real reason to wait for me to actually kill him before he defends himself. It requires no context. It's one of those things. Like, you tell somebody you're going to kill him, what are they going to expect? But exactly what the fuck you said. So if that's not what you mean, say something else. But it's clearly, when they say kill the white, kill the Boer, and then they go brr, brr, ba, 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 brr, brr, ba, ba. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, machine gun fire. Yeah, let's fucking kill him. And people are chanting to this stuff and jumping around and having a good old time, and that's fine, but don't pretend that that's not what you're actually asking for. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then Americans, people here in the United States who have no idea that this is happening, have zero clue about South African geopolitics and what's been going on in that side of the planet since forever. They're letting these whites in and the browns are getting kicked out. It's part of the replacement theory. Dumb shit like that. It's like 59 people are part of replacement theory.
Over 1 million.
We have 300 fucking million plus Americans in this country. What the fuck are you talking about, replacement theory? 59 people's a drop in the fucking bucket. Like, stop it. Stop it. The last fucking administration let in let in millions of people through it. Out of those millions, at least from actual contacts, over 2,500 were on the fucking terror watch list. Out of those fucking millions that came in, at least a couple, like almost 10,000 were known fucking gang members. These are the ones that were contacted. Right. Not to mention the gotaways, the guys that fucking, they never got contacted by Border Patrol. So, I mean, that last administration did that. That actually happened. They did that. To the extent that now that the border is closed, there is a fucking war in Mexico over the power vacuum for the rat lines. The cartels are killing each other left and right and stacking bodies as high as they can over the fucking fight of these fucking rat lines that still remain to get fucking product, personnel, and equipment into the United States. Right. Because of the tightness of the border now. The border's fucking closed tight. Of course, where there's a means, there's a way. So people are always going to find a way in. But there is a fucking battle for the control of those rat lines that are still operational. And cartels from all over Mexico are killing each other over it. This is all public information. They're stacking bodies by the thousands over there in Mexico. They're going to be running out of Mexicans here pretty quick. Like, it's a pretty fucking bad situation. Not to mention, the situation is so bad that Mexico cannot secure, they no longer possess the ability to secure their southern border. They don't have the manpower. Because they're all focused on this war for control of those rat lines. They don't have enough people to go down south and fucking put a stopgap into Guatemala and some of these other places. So it's the last administration did that shit. Yeah. It's not debatable. This is actual facts. It happened. There's footage of it. People went to the border, took fucking video, to the point where the government of Texas spent billions of dollars setting up freaking FOBs by the border to actually house fucking state troopers and National Guardsmen to actual freaking combat this freaking immigration stuff. The standoff between the feds and Texas National Guard and state troopers at fucking Eagle Pass. This shit happened. The federal government mandated the government of Texas to remove border enforcing barriers to allow the freaking immigrants in. That's how bad it was. And then when the heat got too bad, they started flying these people from the Darien Gap. They started putting them on planes and flying them into the United States so that the crossing numbers at the border would be lower. This happened. There's footage of all of it. Yeah. That's why, in good conscience, I cannot support anybody that's a Democrat. Because that's one of the many issues that by default you support. Now, you can call Donald Trump whatever you want to call him. I got my issues with the man personally. It's just my thing. I don't particularly like him as a person. That's just me. But that's also an opinion that's based off of watching him on TV and watching him interact in public. I've never actually sat down and fucking chopped it up with the guy. You know, right. That's just my public perception of him. And also from actual accounts of interactions with other people that have not been too pleasant. So, I have my issues with some of his behaviors and some of the things that he does, but that doesn't take away from the overall intent, the commander's intent over the policies. Like what he wants to achieve with certain policies is what actually puts me on his side. It's not the guy. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the last administration did. It's a testament to the strength of our Constitution, and to the work that our founding fathers have done. That we were able to survive those 4 years without completely going upside down.
Well, the thing is, my personal opinion is yet to be seen. Like, there's plenty of stuff that the former administration did that has future implications.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, The absolute destruction of our foreign policy was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get that level of influence and respect back from the other nations in the world,
Yeah.
it's not easy to come by.
No, it's going to take several years, several terms of strong American foreign policy presence, and that's definitely not going to come from a Democrat leadership.
No. Democrats have pretty much fallen in lockstep behind Obama's idea of foreign policy, which is America apologizing for being America.
Mm. I mean, he's the first American president in the history of the United States to bow to any other foreign leader.
Which, yeah.
Isn't it written somewhere?
It's
like at least symbolically.
Symbolic, yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a thing among foreign officials, especially heads of state.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, yeah. You don't. The heads of state don't bow to each other like a king doesn't. A king will bow to another monarch. Will bow to another monarch, but a president bowing to a monarch is distasteful.
Yeah.
To the people that that president represents. It'd be like the president of France bowing to the Queen of England. You don't see it.
Right. It's
Well, they don't meet either, but
yeah,
the same thing. Any monarch across the world having an elected president bow to a monarch, it's distasteful.
Yeah, but these people, man, it's just they're despicable, man, and they have clear evidence in front of them, verifiable evidence that these South Africans are being persecuted, and yet they throw the race card when 59 of them come over.
Right.
Here's a short of Julius Malema singing "Kill the Boer."
Kichi Kichi Kichima Simran Konto Alliance shoot to kill Hamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. Attention.
Yeah.
Kill the Boer, kill the farmer.
And then he called this stadium to attention, like a commander, while he wears a beret.
Yeah.
How is there any other interpreted meaning attached to that? He literally said it several times. You know, come on, this is too much, man. Like, so people are freaking out over this. The leftists mainly are just freaking out over this, and then that's just too much, man. I'll tell right now, like, it's any of my South African friends need a hand getting over here. Freaking, I'll do anything I can to get them out of here. I mean, I was gonna get my buddy Uzi down here from South Africa. I was gonna help him get over, but he passed away.
Nah, it sucks.
Before we can actually do anything. Good old Chris, and he was looking for land here in Texas, and I was helping him with that, and he passed away. But it's just, I mean, insane, man,
Yeah.
insane. How are you guys? How you guys don't think this is wrong? Like, and what's crazy is they see commonality because of the color of their skin. It's almost like a passive approval. Like, okay, well, I'm black, he's black, so that's okay. You know you're not welcome over there. Like, you're not the same. Just because your skin color is just as dark, you go over to Africa, you're gonna have a fucking rude awakening.
As any black American that's traveled to like
There's plenty of
non-tourist
evidence.
parts of Africa found out the hard way.
There's plenty of evidence of this. There's plenty of
Africans do not like Black Americans.
there's plenty of evidence that they do not like you. You know, they're not like you. They do not like you. They don't want to see you. They don't want to talk to you. Want nothing to do with you. So, you know what I mean? Like, be yourself. Be yourself. You're an American. Just be American.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what these guys are doing. Now, this is this immigration is kind of like this immigration of South Africans is kind of like a show and tell of how it's actually done. And people are failing to see the point. Like, look, we can let people in, but this is how it's done.
Right.
And for these reasons, when you say, bring me your weak, bring me your tired, bring me your poor, this is what we refer to. It's not coming across the border without no kind of checks and balances. We're just not we're going to give you money and send you to whatever the fuck place you want to go. And that's that.
And the thing is, this isn't like something that's historically unheard of. You got they're in the 1800s, the mid-1800s, 1850s, 1860s, around before the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where did the North get its troops? Ireland. Because the potato famine had been happening for like the past 20 or 30 years, and the Irish were fucking streaming over by the shipload. Every day, thousands of Irish hit New York. It's historically fucking a fact. Why did that happen? Because the United States invited them over.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get here, you can stay here. There's
Yeah.
opportunities here, there's food here, there's jobs here. You can get your ass on a boat, and you can get to the States. We're not going to kick you out.
Yeah, that was
That was over 100 years ago. I mean,
yeah.
this isn't historically unheard of. We invite people over all the time.
Yeah, I just don't understand why. What's with all the fuss,
Might be a bad example given that they're Irish and all whites.
Well, I mean, it's the problem that they ran into with the Haitians.
Mm-hmm.
Because they actually moved those Haitians didn't cross over here illegally per se. They were imported.
Right.
Now they were left to fucking flap on by their own. Like they weren't given that much assistance or
And
guidance.
see, that's the biggest difference
And
from what you see today. Is like these illegals that are coming across the border, they're being given everything. They're being given food. They're being given cash in hand. They're being given all the benefits of if you were an American citizen. In some places, they're allowed to fucking vote. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
It's incredible. It's ridiculous.
well, it's the actual truth behind what the reason for that mass migration was for. It wasn't necessarily to change the voter class, but it was meant to increase seats in congressional districts by designating an area, a protected area for immigrants, like one of these sanctuary fucking cities or whatever. Once you set a place as a sanctuary city for immigrants, then the immigrants start migrating over there specifically because they're going to have protections from the local government. But the influx of population definitely will gain them another seat in Congress. So that was the design behind it.
Yeah.
And we racked our brains about it, like what was the end state, what was the end goal to that. I was like, well, it's to increase the population in Democratic districts so they can, because at that point they're playing the long game, and the long game wasn't necessarily to win the presidency, but was to fucking win the House or the Senate, and be able to command the legislative authority that way. So we all know that that's where the power lies. The president has powers within its own right, but we're seeing even now how those powers can be fucking hamstrung and challenged and fucking and bumped in many different ways and tied up in legalese and all this other stuff. They have all these freaking judges that are coming out of the woodworks and putting targets on their back because they're falling on swords is what they're doing.
Right.
These judges that are coming up and filing injunctions and trying to block measures imposed by the president of the United States, These guys are martyrs. That's plain and simple what they are. They're part of a quid pro quo at some point where they've been compromised in some way, shape, or form, and now the Godfather's asked to cash that favor, and for a favor to be named down the road, here's down the road. Here's the favor I need you to do. I need you to block this provision or whatever, or file a fucking injunction or whatever. Block this thing and fucking put a court order or whatever, just to kind of put bumps on the road on the process that Trump is trying to do. And these guys, they know that their career's over. Once they step out of pocket like that, the career's done, because they have colored outside of the lines of the judicial system. They've basically taken the blindfold off of Lady Justice and chosen and picked a side.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because it's obvious. When you got a plane that's over international waters with illegal immigrants going back to their countries of origin, and you get a judge that steps out of his freaking normal day to day to file an injunction and order that plane to return with illegal immigrants, you gotta know that by then that clearly the intentions are not noble. These are nefarious intentions.
Right.
And that's the story they've been running with that Maryland dad fucking thing.
Yeah.
That shit they ran that thing to the ground. And
pretty much out of the news cycle at this point.
yeah, because there's nothing to be done about it.
Yeah.
He's an Ecuadorian citizen, and he's home. He's where he belongs, at home. He's had 2 orders of deportation.
Yeah.
He was arrested with MS-13 gang members. But the fact that he was MS-13 at whatever level, whether he was entry or a boss or whatever, is irrelevant to the fact that he had 2 orders of deportation and he was ordered unfit to be in this country. Doesn't matter whether he was MS-13.
Yeah.
Eric Swalwell, freaking whatever he is, congressman or representative, whatever the fuck he is, out of China, because that's what he's famous for.
Yeah.
For fucking Fen,
Yeah.
the Chinese spy that ran from the United States back to the CCP in China. She doesn't live here anymore.
No.
Because she was being hunted down for espionage. That lady that he was banging, that dude, he's still in government. That guy.
Yep.
Has been compromised by the Chinese fucking... Anywho, this fucking guy, he gets on fucking national television with the picture of Donald Trump pointing at a fist with the knuckles of the MS-13 that apparently was like photoshopped and whatever the fuck it was. And,
I know the story behind that.
Yeah.
Because I looked that up. He has symbols on
Yes.
his fingers.
Right.
The photoshopping is whoever investigated that was identifying
with the symbols.
MS13.
Right.
That's what that means.
That's what that means.
That's what it was. Photoshop. It's just telling you what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Photoshop. It's not even.
Yeah.
They added text to it to make it clear. That's just.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So Eric Swalwell steps over there and it goes like, with a picture of this and asking Christy Noam, I was like, is this a doctored image? Is this doctored image?
No.
And I'm like,
no, it's not.
I mean,
The image represents exactly what was photographed.
and I'm like, why? What do you care? But the thing is that part of it, let's say yes, and can't bring him back. He don't belong here.
Yeah.
He's been ordered to leave.
Yeah. What's
And
your solution?
and the reason for him to get sent home wasn't for him being MS-13. It was for the battery of his wife.
Yeah. For other crimes, yeah.
For other crimes. It got nothing to do with MS-13. So, yeah, he was MS-13. That's cherry on top. You know, it's always what I say. When people are losing an argument, they focus on little shit.
And that's, yeah.
Like, try to get a foothold on the argument and hold on to that shit. It usually happens with women. When you argue with women, they latch onto a small, insignificant detail. But it's the only thread they can pull on, especially if they're losing their argument.
Trust me.
But
I won't go into how much I argue with women in my daily life. I'm not even married. I'm fucking single. I just work around women.
yeah, well,
Especially when I come up with something off the top of my head. It's amazing. It's like somebody will ask something, and I know that because I'm a dipshit that just researches random crap, and they just happen to say something about something that I researched at one point. Mm-hmm. They wonder about it, and I tell them that, and they don't believe me. They start arguing with me, and it's like, well, I'm gonna look that up on Google. Go ahead, look it up on Google. It's gonna tell you the same fucking thing I just did. And they look it up. It's like, how do you know that, bitch? Don't worry about how I know. Just trust me when I tell you something. I usually don't speak unless I know something.
Yeah. That's why you can't be in a survival situation with a woman.
Mm-mm.
You'll die answering her questions.
Why are you turning it that way and not that way? I'm turning it both ways. You don't actually rub sticks, bitch. You fucking spin one.
It's just like, yeah. But I'll tell you, man, it's just it's insane, man. I'm not too keen on what the fuck, is going on in these fucking leftists' head, man, because that shit doesn't make no fucking sense.
It's like what you're saying. It's grasping at straws. I mean, they're trying to get any little victory they can get over Trump or anybody in Trump's administration or associated with Trump's administration and blow it up into a major media story. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, look at fucking AOC, what she's doing. Fucking, have you seen that shit?
Which one?
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's the thing. She's been in the news a lot lately.
It ain't for her fucking legislative record.
No. It's for her flapping her fucking gums about shit she doesn't know anything about. Again.
She's changed the fucking names of 2 post offices in fucking 8 years. That's it.
It's about, like, what's his name? Fucking Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, yeah. Jasmine Crockett, all these fucking blowhards.
Yeah.
They've done jack and fuck all legislatively.
I like that one document. I don't know who the hell did it, but they went through her district and started talking to people who live in her district. It's like, fuck this. She doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
We're trying to get her out of office. She doesn't do a damn thing.
Don't do nothing. And the videos of Jasmine Crockett, that freaking crazy bitch out of Dallas, those videos are fucking insane. Like, there's videos of her before she decided to become a ghetto black lady. Have you seen those?
I have not.
Oh, they're great, man. Talking like a proper college-educated white lady.
What's her?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
I might know of her, but I just never gave a shit about what her name was. U.S. Representative. Oh, yep. I have seen her. I just never gave a fuck what her name was.
Yeah,
I know she's from Texas.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett talking like a proper American
educated, intelligent person.
So now she talks with Ebonics.
Oh shit! The black scent thing.
The black scent. She switched to black scent to make herself more palpable to freaking the black population. I say is a fucking insult to anybody with the same color fucking skin. You fucking racist fuck! How dare you? That's what I say.
But the thing is, that's like she is doing it. She's responsible for her own fucking actions. But that's a fucking committee of fucking people.
Yes,
telling her, this is what you need
because
to do
this is a casting call.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, because this is a casting call.
You got to play for these dopes.
AOC does the same thing. She went to fucking Iowa, started talking country.
Yeah. Oh, fucking, what's her name?
I was like, you're Puerto Rican.
Clinton.
Get the twang out of your fucking voice.
Hillary Clinton did
You're
the
from
same
New York.
thing. Fucking,
I ain't no tired in no way, no how.
Kamala Harris, famous for it.
Yeah.
Famous for it.
I was like, dude.
She'll talk like an old fucking a southern mammy in fucking like Mississippi. We don't even have mammies anymore. We got old grandmas out there. Fucking shit. It's like I was raised in a military town. It's very, very multicultural. All my dad's friends are mixed everything.
This bitch will step on the podium like her iced tea separate from the sugar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's insane, dude. Like,
it's just the Democrats doing this shit too.
It's crazy to me.
I would love
so
to know
fucking crazy to me.
What company is doing, because this is a private company that's doing this
for
shit.
Sure.
A campaign management company.
For sure. I bet you find it under Act Blue. I bet you find who it is under Act Blue. Because that's who funds all their shit.
Act Blue, billions raised online since 2004.
Yeah, and the place that used to be the filter from the funnel from USAID, and a reason why they're so pissed off.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So they're connected to the agency?
Yeah.
I know USAID was.
Yes, I know who USAID was. I know who they were very well.
No, I'm saying.
I know who USAID was.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying I know USAID was connected to the agency.
Yeah.
I never heard Act Blue.
Yeah. Act Blue.
Donate today.
I think that donate button's broken.
I'm not clicking it.
You can click it. It's probably broken.
Why we're better. Free customizable contribution forms and flexible fundraising tools. Wherever you are.
Yeah. It's a front.
There's like a cheap-ass website, too.
Because it's a front.
Like it's one of those websites that's like definitely built on fucking...
Yeah, it's it's the pork shop from the fucking Sopranos, bro. Satrielli's. Nobody really buys fucking pork there. You don't want to fucking buy fucking pork there. They're fucking chopping bodies with all their fucking equipment. You know what I mean?
I remember what's his name making a fucking statement about that Francesi.
Yeah.
Fucking, he does his own talk shows. And,
Yeah, fuck it. Sonny.
What's his
Sonny.
Michael
Sonny's his
Francesi.
dad. Sonny's his dad. Michael.
He was
Michael
talking about
Francesi.
that. It's like there was a time like they actually had a fucking sandwich shop.
Yes.
And they were doing fucking. It wasn't bodies. It was something else. But like nobody ever came in there. Nobody.
No.
Like the door was open. It was an open business, but all the guys were in the back doing other shit. And this one time they got like a real scary thing happened, and they had to like move and hustle and whatever. They had to get things moving. And then these customers came in, tried to order a sandwich, and some wise guy came out there and was like, "What the hell do you want?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, I want this sandwich." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Just make him a fucking sandwich. Make him a fucking sandwich. Get the fuck out of here. It's free. Go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I walked into a place like that here.
Oh yeah. I could probably tell you which one.
Maybe. It was Asian owned.
I probably couldn't. Wait, no. Is it in the shopping center?
Which
The big one
yeah.
over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, that's the initials over to BC.
it's no longer there.
Oh, it's no longer there. Oh, this place has been there forever and it's still there.
No. This
Okay.
was a store.
Not a restaurant?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I know the restaurant.
No idea.
No, this place was advertised as an Asian market.
Oh.
And I went in there. They had 2 aisles. Me and Jay walked in there, and Jay was like, "No, let's get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "Huh?" Like she picked up on it before I did. Yeah.
Is the initials of it YO?
No, I don't know. It just had like Asian writing over the windows. It's no longer there. But
There is an Asian.
they had two aisles and a counter. And behind the counter, black curtain. There was nobody behind the counter. So when they heard the chime of the front door, somebody opened the freaking I saw, and it was like people sitting in tables in the back. And Jessica was like, "Let's get the fuck out of here." And
Sounds like a gambling place.
I looked around, and there was like 2 bags of rice on the freaking there's like
no
nothing.
inventory.
There's like no inventory. So I'm like, all right. I said, sorry for the bother, and we freaking left, dude. But yeah. Like it took me a couple seconds longer to figure it out before Jay figured it out, before I did. She was like, all right, let's get out of here. And I was like, oh shit, that's why. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a gambling place, though.
Yeah, it may be.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a few of them in Killeen, like
but
downtown Killeen.
oh yeah, well for sure. I mean, it's a front. That's what Act Blue is. It's a front. That's why they're so fucking up in arms. Because USAID used to be their cash cow.
Right. But
That's
to advise black candidates to do that, it's so insulting, so debasing.
I mean, what's to be expected from the party of the KKK, the party of fucking Jim Crow?
I wish more people actually understood that.
Like, this is the party that had slaves.
That one bitch was saying that
slavery.
shit on fucking what's her fucking name? She's another black female congressman. Let me find her fucking because she just made a fucking
The bald one?
A tweet. No, she ain't bald. I know the one you're talking about.
Are you talking about the other old bitch from California?
She ain't that old neither.
Oh.
I'm gonna find her.
Oh, Ilan Omar?
No, I'd have said Ilan Omar. I just saw it, but I refreshed the page, so.
Nah, shit.
That's why I do this while we're talking, because shit comes up. See, essentially, she posted a video of this woman making an argument for reparations.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was in the news yesterday, dude. Holy
she
fucking
she posted
shit.
that video.
Yeah, they filed fucking articles or whatever the fuck it was.
It's like a petition or something.
Petition.
Not even a petition.
I don't fucking know
else.
what it is.
If I find it, I'm gonna.
They're talking about like $1 trillion would solve the wage gap or whatever the. I'm like, dude,
wage gap.
How the fuck are you gonna find out who gets what? Come on, man. It is basically like across the board, like every black person.
Yeah.
Like I was like, so Oprah gets money,
right?
You know, like come on. Who else gets money? Obama? Your buddy Obama, motherfucker wasn't even here. None of his family's from here.
No.
So well, what are you? Let me see if this is the video from just me and Crockett talking crazy.
Let's listen to how Jasmine Crockett used to sound.
No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was.
What a nice girl, but marvel here at the accent switch, or code switch, as the kids call it.
The trans kids that want to play the sports, Lord have mercy, that is the biggest issue that we had. Since when? Since when? Find the little trans child that is ruining your life. Like, I mean, I'm just like...
Child. Talk about Kamala 2.0, God forbid. And now that she's adopted this ghetto persona, despite her private school education, including at the very expensive, very exclusive Rhodes College, Jasmine has been accused of inciting violence.
On March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
What a nice girl. And here she talks about wanting to punch opponents, including Ted Cruz.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. Okay, you okay with punching? But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him, like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Rhodes.
Yeah, she's a Rhodes Scholar. That's not an easy task. It's not something easy to achieve. Fucking, that's the Southern Black Nanny shit.
Yeah, bro, it's bonkers, man.
Where's she actually from? What part of Texas?
Dallas.
She's from Dallas?
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a casting call, man. That's it. We know for a fact that AOC answered a casting call.
Yeah.
This broad's no different.
So I can find the video.
The Republicans do the same thing.
Do they?
Yes.
Is it less obvious somehow?
I applied. I applied.
You applied?
I applied. Yes.
Where do you apply?
I got it on my emails. This is like 3 years ago. I was researching the topic. I applied, and they got back with me.
What
yes,
sir.
They wanted me to take all these seminars and all this other stuff, and they were free, and join these Zoom calls and whatever, and then they want to do a face-to-face meeting. The Republicans do the same thing. I just don't think that the big difference is that Republicans are harder to spot in a casting call like this, because of the policies and procedures, they're not as emotional as Democrats. These guys are actors and actresses, and you can spot them a mile away.
That's the fucked up thing.
Because it's over the top stuff.
What's his name? There's a comedian said it years and years ago, probably 20 years ago now. What's his name? George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin said that on stage as part of his act. It's like DC is just Hollywood with ugly actors.
Ah.
That's it.
Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, the Republicans is different because they don't have to. The demographics that they're targeting don't necessarily fall for accent changes and shit like that. It's just like you're either from there or, you know what I mean? Like they're not paying attention. That's not an endearing characteristic, if that makes any sense. Like it's not something that Republicans are not like, oh, he's just like me. No, that's not
right.
No, you're either with them in aspects or in thought or in theory, or you're not. You know what I mean? So it's not the same, but the Republicans do have the same thing. I don't know who funds that side, but I know on the Democrat side it was funded by Act Blue. And I'm pretty sure they have a casting agency that's probably masked under the name of something else.
I finally found her.
Who?
Nina Turner.
Nina Turner.
That's who posted it. Now I gotta find the post in her sea of bullshit. There it is. All right.
Nina Turner.
So what she posted was... So the video is the bald lady making the argument for reparations. Ayanna Pressley.
Mm-hmm.
The United States owes black people a debt and is demanding reparations. That was posted by Benny Johnson. But she reposted Benny Johnson's post, which I don't understand why she didn't just go to Ayanna Pressley's. Whatever. But she said for chattel slavery, mostly Democrats own slaves. Black codes, Democrat policies. Jim Crow, Democrat policies. Redlining, Democrat districts. Mass incarceration, Democrat policies. Being written out of the Homestead Act, complete bullshit. Being written out of the GI Bill, complete fucking bullshit. Show me where it says blacks can't use the GI Bill. Or the post 9/11 bill that was signed by Obama.
Who the fuck said that? I used it.
Nina Turner said that. Being written out of the GI Bill.
Gee, man.
Complete bullshit. That's just factually incorrect.
Like this place, man. Like sometimes when these politicians talk, have you? You probably haven't, even though you live in Texas. But because why would you? It's just so in Latin America. There's a show.
Okay.
That happens every Saturday, and it's like it was like hours long. It was like a game show / I don't know what the fuck it was, like this misogynistic fucking just crazy fucking show called Sábado Gigante. Sábado Gigante was hosted by this immortal person called Don Francisco, who apparently was a vampire from the fucking early fucking 1400s, and because I could have sworn he was like 60 when I met him. I mean, when I first saw him as a kid, and 25 years later, he looked the same. And whatever. But they would have a fucking singing contest in this long-ass show. And people would sing and whatever, and they would have a fucking a guy dressed like an executioner in the corner with a trumpet. And the moment the fucking singer fucking upset the crowd, the fucking dude would be like, Brr! He would fucking play this trumpet and just fucking kill the song in the middle of the song. And yank that mother, just fucking yeet that dude out of the fucking off the stage. Or whoever it was. It'd be like, so Like I feel like these people need something like that, like a shepherd's hook or something. You know, anytime they start talking fucking goofy, just fucking like they just get fucking yoinked out of there. Because how would you say it's the shit that you want to hear a lie? Here's Charlie Kirk. You familiar with Charlie Kirk? Turning Point USA?
Yeah.
He runs into this fucking kid on one of his campus visits. And
I was hate crime 5 times in one night, okay? 3 of them by Trump supporters.
What happened to you?
I was just walking, and then I see this truck full of 4 white men pass by me, MAGA apparel, everything, you know. They drove past me, and they were like, you bend over.
Okay, so they said the N-word on campus to you.
Well, yes.
Okay, so what happened to them when you reported them?
I didn't report them.
Threatening to rape you is an intent of a crime. Did you go to the police? You file a police report? You hire an attorney? You sue the school? Did you go to the civil rights office? Do you file a civil rights complaint? Did you do any of that? Because you should.
Okay.
No, did you? Tell me. Yes or no?
I did not, but
Why?
I'm not going to argue with you.
No, but you're coming in front of
experiences.
2,000 people to say it. Why did you not go to the university and say this happened?
Next instance, they threatened to rape me and then just drove off.
Hold on. So a bunch of Trump guys who are largely white heterosexual males then also threatened to rape you?
Different group of people, but yes.
I'm going to show you the university official, and why don't you go file a Department of Education complaint, and let's find these terrible people that did this to you. Can we agree?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll think about
and by the way, we'll be able to look at security camera footage, and we'll see.
Okay, I'll think about that.
But you didn't do that.
Can I try
though.
to finish?
You'll think about it. Hold on. Why wouldn't you want to do that immediately? No, honestly, I think you're Jussie Smollett at this campus. I think you're completely making this whole thing up. I think you are a complete liar. Because I am now giving you an opportunity to report this at the high. I will bring this to Linda McMahon, the head of the Department of Education, the federal government. I will make sure these people are arrested by Kash Patel, the head of the FBI. And you'll say, oh, I'll think about it. Because you're making this up. You're doing this for a political purpose. So will you? No, seriously. Kash Patel will get involved. Yes? It's a hate crime. That's not acceptable. Will you do this or not?
He does.
That's really cute, Charlie. But I'm trying to give you the opportunity to alleviate hate within this group of people who have a shared ideology.
But hold on a second. There's no hate. There's just love of America here in this audience. That's all that's here today, okay? That's all that's here.
He's crimed 5 times. At least it rhymes. See what I did?
Yeah. But that's the shit that we're fucking running on. You know, people fucking lying. Just flat out.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
In that instance, you kind of dumb kid.
Yeah, but why? I mean, why?
I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, that's ridiculous.
Why? And then there's other shit, like this shit.
Why don't you believe that white privilege exists? I just want to get your understanding first, and then we could go from there.
Well, let's just, is there anything that you can't do that I can do?
No, we could do the same things if we put our minds to it.
Good. Then there's no white privilege.
Yeah. That was quick.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the shit's right in front of you.
It's like, 1, did you not think about what the hell you were saying before you tried to say it? 2, did you not think about who you're saying it to? Charlie Kirk
right in front of you.
He's a professional debate guy. That's his thing.
There are things that I can fucking absolutely debate Charlie Kirk on.
Right.
That he would have a fucking hard problem defending. Because we have a couple difference of opinions on a few things.
Okay.
And he would have incredible difficulty defending. You know, coming to a you know, I wouldn't change his mind, but he would have a problem fucking winning that kind of argument. But for the most part, when you go up to a debate to a stage to state your point, and you got one of the fucking head honchos for Turning Point USA standing in front of you, guy that's got it's got the White House on speed dial. This is not a nobody. A lot of these kids made the mistake of arguing with him from a position of authority because they are in college. Charlie Kirk's not a college graduate,
right?
So they believe they have some kind of superiority, and they end up fucking stepping into biting more than they can chew because they're children.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that you had in your head this question you were going to ask him, and at no point whatsoever did it fucking run across your fucking stupid brain the possibility of a rebuttal? Like, I mean, you're talking that there's differences. When you imply white privilege, you're implying that there's things that white people can do that black people can't. That may be true at a macro level on some things. Like, I dare to say that.
No, it's not on the macro. It's on the micro level.
On the micro
level. It's the social interaction level.
Yeah, I dare to say on the micro level. Because, like, I dare to say that it'd be a little bit more difficult for a black guy to get a sunburn than a white guy. They still get sunburn. And this is the semantics of it, is what I'm getting at. Like,
I've heard somebody try to explain it. And
that's not necessarily privilege.
Yeah, what they try to explain is that, like, white people are treated a different way than black people. Well, yeah, that's a social thing, though.
Well, yeah.
As far as the law is concerned, and as far as, like, the social contract of everybody leave each other the fuck alone type shit. No, there's no.
I think a lot of it has to do with this, with the perceived social behaviors of people.
Yes.
So, and that goes along with everything. If you're dressed in the uniform of a cop and you're walking around like a cop, people think you're going to do cop things. Mm-hmm. So expect people to maybe some wave at you, some avoid you altogether. Expect a legalese question from an inquiring mind.
Right.
These are things that come with the territory because you're walking around dressed like a cop. If you're dressed like a member of the Wu-Tang Clan, which is my very fucking favorite fucking group of artists ever, don't be surprised if some people cross the street. There's an aura of intimidation that comes with that kind of culture. That's fomented. That was birthed in the tough streets, and it comes from a tough place, a grimy place, a place of fucking strife. So there's gonna be some perceptions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you see a fucking brown person in a straw fucking skirt with body painting on and a spear, for sure, he don't speak English. You have no real reason no real way of knowing until you open your mouth and ask him. It could be cosplaying. You don't fucking know. But, you know what I mean? Like perceptions, impressions. There's this the association game. Like, you see a fucking person dressed like a hooker, it's a fucking hooker, man. Like, fucking fishnets, it's fucking 25 degrees out. Yeah. Big clear heels.
Yeah. Standing
in a corner.
I remember a comedian making that entire
come
thing
on,
too
man.
as part of the act. I don't remember which comedian.
Yeah, you're wearing a uniform.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like,
that's the bit. You're wearing a uniform.
Wasn't it fucking like Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was a guy. He may not be.
It
was his bit about rape.
Yeah,
about rape.
You're wearing a hooker's uniform.
I was like, was it about rape? I'm sorry, I don't want to misspeak, but
it might have been.
But it might have been about his bit about rape. But but you're wearing
sexual harassment in general.
Sexual harassment or something like that. But yeah, I mean, you're wearing a uniform, man. It's to be expected. Mm-hmm. There are certain expected patterns of behavior that are expected with certain things that you see outright. So you see a fucking big guy like me fucking walk into a fucking pizza place. I ain't there to inquire about their fucking internet service.
Right.
The first thing you're gonna associate is like, that guy gonna get himself a fucking pizza. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, why are people surprised that this is still happening? It's been fucking human behavior for fucking hundreds and thousands of fucking years, however long. I'm not understanding this. Fucking, but they've grabbed these little nuggets of human behavior that have always been there, and they fucking weaponize this shit to fucking further a fucking agenda and a grift into some other genre of bullshit, and then they fucking turn it into clicks, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, hell, we're doing the same thing now, but for way less clicks.
Way less, yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, man. It's kind of goofy like that. But I mean, you got people that made entire careers of that. Fucking Jesse Jackson, fucking Al Sharpton, fucking, and others. But I mean,
that's the thing. Like, trying to control how people treat other groups or individual people in a social setting is a ridiculous venture. Why would you try to? It's thought police type shit. Sorry, racism isn't illegal.
Yeah, bro. Dude, another fucking thing.
It's a horrible way to live, but it's not against the law. Sexism is not illegal. None of that backwards ass way of thinking is illegal. None of it. People hate it. You can hate it all you want. You can speak out against it. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It should end. Fucking all this shit. It's not illegal. And it's never going to be. Not in a free society. You can say whatever racist bullshit you want. People ain't going to listen to you. They're going to dismiss you. Because you're a racist.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I don't know, man. But there was another thing. Fucking, I don't know if you know who Jake Tapper is.
Nope.
Fucking,
I've heard that name before.
Yeah. Fucking Jake Tapper made an ass of himself again. Fucking.
What I was surprised to recently learn, I don't know how old this news is, but I just learned it. David Hogg is the vice chair of the fucking DNC.
I know. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, old Huggy Bear.
This piece of shit. If you don't know who David Hogg is, David Hogg got famous because his school got shot up when he wasn't there, and then claimed to be a victim of the shooting.
Yeah.
He did it on like live television or some shit.
Yeah, he showed up. He showed up at the parking lot.
He wasn't there.
He was one of the reasons why Alex Jones went down the path of paid fucking these paid fucking sympathizers or people that are paid actors, crisis actors.
Crisis actors.
So because he wasn't in the shooting, he wasn't there. So
and yet he's the poster boy for fucking anti-gun legislation and fucking anti-gun, like getting rid of guns in America.
Yeah, whatever. Him and Beto O'Rourke fucking teamed up last year on some shit, and both those fucking losers.
He's the fucking vice chair.
They moved him out. They moved him out yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Yeah. He got bumped. I think he got bumped as of yesterday or the day before. But yeah, it's I was kind of hoping that they kept him around, but I think he got bumped.
Still on their website.
Of course. I mean,
there's a bunch of vice chairs.
Yeah.
On the website, he's still listed as vice chair.
Okay. Well, Jake Tapper.
I gotta familiarize myself. Who's Jake Tapper?
Jake Tapper, CNN anchor and chief Washington correspondent.
Yes.
This fucking dude spent 4 years during the Biden presidency talking about how sharp Joe Biden was and how what a fucking rock star this guy is, and fucking propping him up. Jake Tapper's coming out with a book talking about the severe cognitive decline of Joe Biden during his presidency. I'm like, fucking. It's like,
just looking up the name, Jake Tapper. Yeah, Newsweek. Jake Tapper draws liberal outrage over new Biden book.
You fucking scumbag, bro.
You knew the entire time.
You knew the entire time. You should be fucking thrown in jail, bro. Yeah. Like, it's
you can't silence the news. You can when it's fucking lying to you blatantly.
Yeah, or when it's subsidized by
it's a lie, or when it's illegal.
Or when it's subsidized by USAID through fucking subscription fucking contributions. Like CNN, because fucking You got fucking YouTubers on laptops that get more fucking more viewership that fucking, and I've said this before, Mark Dice gets fucking more viewership on any fucking show that CNN has, and he has a laptop on his kitchen fucking island. Come on, bro. Like, so fucking Jake Tapper coming out with this video, with this fucking book talking about the cognitive decline of this fucking man. And apparently you fucking knew the entire time, you fucking scumbag. I was like, this makes you fucking yell like Ernie fucking yelling. Like,
if anybody out there wants to look it up, the book is called Original Sin. Yeah. President Biden's Decline, its cover-up, and his disastrous choice to... Oh, damn it, what source of the title is thing ended it on me? Disastrous choice to run again.
Yeah, the cover-up that he perpetrated. He was
$30 on Amazon.
He was it should be, I'd buy it for $4.
You can get it on Kindle for like half price. So.
It's not even worth that. I was like, this is fucking dude, another fucking dude that wrote a book with a ghostwriter, just like fucking you know who James Comey is.
Yeah, he's former FBI director.
Right. The fucking former disgraced fucking FBI director. The guy that lied to the fucking courts to get the FISA warrants to fucking spy on fucking Donald Trump's campaign. That fucking dude. Yeah. He fucking made a death threat to the fucking president of the United States.
Yeah, I saw that. It was written in stones or seashells on a beach.
Yeah, he fucking...
Or 8647?
8647. I was like, dude... I was like, oh, look at this interesting formation of seashells.
I saw his response to that shit. So, I had no idea. It was, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Anybody
up,
who's ever even stepped inside of an office building knows what the fuck 86 means. Anybody that's ever lived in a professional world knows what the fuck 86
means. It's never been said without the fucking hand gesture of
86 it.
86.
86 it. File 13. Synonymous.
Fucking 86 it, bro.
I don't know where that comes from.
As a fucking person, it comes from the mafia. Fucking 8 miles out, 6 feet deep. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. I didn't know that.
Las Vegas.
Was it a Las Vegas thing?
Yeah. So, there are many interpretations, but its most fucking common colloquialism behind it, and its most common interpreted fucking use is of when something is dead or disposed of. The media wants to fucking spin it into a restaurant or what is it? The fucking hospitality industry. Yeah. Fucking term
restaurants, hotels,
motels. for being out of a particular menu item or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I think I just saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all Google's going to tell you.
Yeah, Wikipedia has something different.
That's all Google did. Yeah. But as a fucking person that's killed people, I can tell you right fucking now that that's exactly what it means. Fucking 86 means to fucking kill somebody.
It's saying, rhyming slang for nix. As a nix it. Get rid of it. Yours makes a lot more sense. Yeah, 8 miles out, 6 feet deep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They actually dig graves 6 feet deep, the mafia? No, grave diggers do, but...
It's the intent.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? you can't even get a grunt to fucking dig a fucking hole 6 feet deep.
No!
So... And they're forced to. Like, if they refuse to do it, they go to jail. So, yeah.
Some of the foxholes we fucking
we'll take a knee inside of a foxhole before we fucking dig 6 feet fucking under. So...
Oh, you gotta dig the foxhole to the armpits of the tallest guy in the book. Fuck that.
Fuck you. Fucking take it 4 fucking feet. Take a fucking knee.
Glad I was a tanker. The only time I dug foxholes was in basic.
Oh my god, dude. I was out there like the fucking dwarves in video games. Fucking clink, 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 clink. Just fucking.
Yeah, we had engineers.
Just fucking. Oh no, we had me. We had me. You know? I had the engineer in a pocket in my rucksack. That was my engineer.
Fucking E-tool. Yeah.
It's like fucking Vasquez, Gonzalez, fucking Rivera. It's like all the Hispanics and the black guy. Get your ass over here and start digging down.
Yeah, you want to see true racism? Join the infantry.
Yeah.
You'll see it from every angle.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's great.
Hilarious. I was part of it. I was getting fucked up all the time for being Hispanic. I thought it was fucking hilarious. It's just...
It's great when you get those... Have you ever been a victim of racism?
Yeah. Yeah, on purpose.
Why does they come? I'm Irish as fuck. Yeah, I've been the victim of racism.
Yeah, it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. That shit was fucking funny.
A lot more than once. I thought multiple people.
So that shit's funny.
Sometimes at the same time.
Yeah, the good part is that then you get to do that to other people later.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to be racist back. Once I made rank. So I mean, it's what it is, man. But yeah, fucking. So he's under official investigation for the Secret Service. So
good. He should be arrested and get fucked up. Fuck this
guy. Well, at least it warrants a conversation on what the fuck you meant. You know what I mean? We all kind of know what he means, but I mean, do we really? Like, in a legal sense? Like, it's just kind of like, like, he has to be talked to. At the very least, he has to be talked to. But the thing is that he puts this on fucking social media, so are you inciting, a coup or an insurrection or an assassination attempt?
Of the President of the United States?
Or what the fuck are you saying? Like, it deserves a conversation, to say the least. You know, I don't fucking like James Comey one so bad. He should be in jail for the rest of his life.
We'll never get there because he's connected to the Democratic Party.
But neither here or there. I mean, whatever, dude lives his best life, whatever the fuck. But it deserves a conversation, at the very least. So it's crazy because one of his posts, he takes a selfie of him. Well, he doesn't take a selfie. It's a picture of him reading his own book.
How pretentious. Didn't know he could read.
So you didn't write it?
Fuck no, he didn't write
But
it.
why the fuck would you be reading your own book? You know, if you wrote your book, if it's your book, you wrote that book. You should have read it. Even if a goddamn ghostwriter wrote it, you should have proofread that thing. Why are you reading your own book? And furthermore, why is there a picture of you doing it? It's he's.
I'm not putting the title of his book out there.
Yeah, fuck him. That guy.
He's only written one.
I don't give a shit if he fucking sees this shit. Hey, I'll give him a message directly. Hey, fucking call me. Go fuck yourself. Fucking go 86 yourself. How about that? Fucking. He's a piece of shit. He always has been. So. It's but
I mean, he's written more than one book.
Oh,
he's written So I'm not great at math, but somebody that can pump out a book every fucking 6 months
is not a writer.
That ain't your fucking work, boy. You bought that work.
Well, yeah.
There's 4. There's 5. There's
What
6.
is one of the most prolific? Michael Crichton. Or
he's pumped out like 6 books in 2 years.
How many? Michael Crichton.
The most prolific writer in American history, I believe, is what's his name?
By volume.
By volume? By straight up volume
straight
of
up
work?
volume. It's either Stephen King.
No.
Michael Crichton.
When I say the name, you're going to be kind of surprised.
Well, you go for it. Also, you don't know it.
I do know who it is. I just don't remember his name off the top of my head. He's famous for something else.
O.J. Simpson.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Nah.
Founder of Scientology.
Yeah. The Dianetics and all that shit. Yeah, but that's
He's the most prolific writer.
Okay, well.
By volume of work, he's the most prolific.
Well, okay, well, that's fine. How many books in how many years? Even by that guy.
I got to research it. Hold on, give me a second.
Because surely, at some point, he evolved from his works to a team that assembles these works. You know what I mean? Like he's not like at some point he may have started by himself. You know, him and maybe a couple people, but after a while, like it's a team, so the timeline should get shorter and shorter and shorter upon releases. But when you start as an author right off the bat, and you're like punching out fucking 6-7 fucking books or whatever, in a really 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 short period of time, that means that you're funded.
Yes.
And I see like guys like Tom Clancy, like they would average like a book a year. At best, right? Let's see the bibliography. First one, Hunter the Red October in '84. His next one was 2 years later, Red Storm Rising.
So enough of L. Ron Hubbard's books and works have been lost over the years. There is no accurate count of how much he's written. His career was 54 years long. He wrote over 1,000.
Right.
Over 1,000 books.
But like say, I'm looking at a simpler artist, writer, like Tom Clancy, for instance, and I'm looking at his bibliography right now, and he punched out his first book in '84. His second one was in '86. The next one was in '87. Then '88, '89. Took 2 years before he came out with Some of Our Fears in '91. Then another 2 years, Without Remorse. But by then he's also cashing in, so he's got money, so it's gonna be considerably longer. 93, then 94, Dead at Honor, Executive Orders in 96, 98, 2000, 2002, 2003, 2010, with a friend, Grant Blackwood, Against All Enemies in 2011 with Peter Tellep. Then 2011, again with a friend.
But
so
like
these are teens.
Every one of his books is like a New York Times bestseller,
Yeah,
right?
but he's punching out. He was punching out about a book a year, roughly.
Okay. So L. Ron Hubbard, and like I said, enough.
And the only time, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No,
the only time in Tom Clancy's bibliography where he punched out more than one book a year, he didn't do it alone.
Right.
So it was him and somebody else.
He had a partnership with somebody.
It was either with Blackwood or Tellep or Greenlee. So you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, as a matter of fact, the one like he did quite a few books with Mark Greenlee, and some of them, like the last ones, but like after his death, he had to finish them. So because the work was like partially done. Same thing with Grant Blackwood. So he had a team behind him after a while. And that's how the release dates became closer and closer together.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. That's a fantastic writer.
Yeah.
Whose books easily sell off the shelves.
Well, and the thing is that
quickly.
To the best of my knowledge, Tom Clancy didn't serve.
No, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what his connection was to the intelligence industry, but he had some kind of connection.
Of course he did. You don't get that much knowledge without some serious insight.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm getting at is that there's a period of research and gathering of data, and then formulating your idea, building the fucking suspense, and everything, and the conspiracy, and whatever the fuck is the meat and bones of your fiction,
right?
And then you fucking get to writing, you know. And this is before the aids, all these aids that we have nowadays.
Like what I'm on right now,
like fucking ChatGPT and some of these other ones that can fucking assist you on a lot of things. So come on, man. Yeah.
So L. Ron Hubbard, over 1,000 total publications in his career, which spanned 54 years. So if you take the works just themselves, 54 years, 18 and a half works per year. If you just boil it down to books and books only, that's about 325 books over 54 years, 6 books per year. That's an extremely prolific writer. And that's not even half of what the volume of his work in writing. Mm-hmm. So he was pumping out about 100,000 words per month for magazines. And this is before he did the fucking Dianetics and Scientology thing. After 1950, went to Scientology, and then he was just writing to build the Scientology thing. Mm-hmm. So that was bulletins and lectures and policy letters. And so if you take all that into account, he was filling volumes a day. He was writing every single day. Pumping stuff out, pumping something out. Just constantly writing. That's the most prolific writer I know of. I'm going to ask GPT who was actually. Guinness Book of World Records. Most published works by one author.
Yep.
Most audiobooks by one author. Most translated author. Most published fiction works by a single author.
Well, I mean, that's all I got for this week. I mean, I don't have a. I guess I got one. We can hit up one more topic, but it don't really matter. We'll hit it up. I'll hit it up next time.
So it's pretty much anything else.
You got anything else?
News. I don't.
That's pretty much the fucking long and short of it. I mean,
I'm leaving the country.
Mm-hmm. It's because of Trump.
No, it's not. It's because of David Hogg.
It's because of David Hogg. Just fucking terrified of that guy, right?
No, I'm just disgusted that somebody would actually put him in some kind of authority position.
I'm terrified of him. He looks like a fucking live action.
He's that big.
He's like a ventriloquist doll. Just walking around.
He does look like that.
It's just fucking. He's creepy as fuck, bro. Like he's one of those fucking things. You turn the light off, turn it on. He's in a different spot of the room.
I wonder if one day he'll like fucking come out of it, or one of those like rescued hostages or something.
No way. There's too much money in it.
A lot of money. Yeah. How much money would it take for you to go Democrat and like completely sing their song?
There's a number out there.
There's gotta be.
There's gotta be. There's a number out there.
I don't think mine's that high though. It's like 10 mil.
I mean, I'd like to think that it's very high number, but
I'd probably settle for around 10 million.
I'd like to think that there's that it's a very high number. The problem is that once you figure out how much money is enough for me to not give a fuck about what anybody else gives a fuck about.
Not give a fuck about what life actually is instead of...
No, it's just that, I don't know, man. That's just kind of...
Let's live in a fantasy world for the rest. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure there's a number out there.
People should be nice, and we should put that into law that you have to be nice.
Everybody has a number. If anybody
like
tells...
that Ghostbusters line.
What?
I think it was Ghostbusters 2. It's like, being an asshole is every New Yorker's God-given right.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
You've got a right to be an asshole, it's true. You can be a dick. People don't have to listen to you.
Yeah, I just think that right now, there has to be a number. It's just, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that it's a high number, but then I look at my bank account and it's like, all right.
It's not that fucking high.
And it's just like, fuck. All right. It's
I will be leaving the country shortly, as of the recording of this show, in less than a week, and it's a vacation. I've never taken a vacation before. I've also never seen a beach with my own eyes, so that's my intention: to see some beaches and some bitches, and some drinks. So, never traveled outside of work. The last like 4 or 5 times I've gotten on any aircraft, it's been for the military.
Mm-hmm.
So, every helicopter I've ever ridden, military. Every plane I've ever ridden was for the military.
Mm-hmm.
So, this time it's my own dime, my own time. I got jack shit else to do. I got nowhere to be. So.
Yep. Thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The federal government.
Ourselves.
Yeah. Different governments.
Yeah.
Federal government, a city government. I still got some money left over for my county governments.
Yeah, it's just fucking... Yeah, them fuckers paid me a pretty penny.
Yeah. I got a decent... Yeah. I got a comma in my bank account because of
They were so pissed off while I wasn't more pissed off. You upset? I'm like, fuck no.
I'm about to pay me about $25,000.
It's like I'm about to chill out for like 3 months. What are you talking about? 3 or 4 months of doing nothing. It's like it was over Christmas too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, y'all just gave me Christmas off. I was like, yes. Who's winning? This guy.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Oh, it's pouring now.
Oh no shit! That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the ceiling fan, homie. That's a storm.
Ugh, that fucking crazy ass storm. All right, but that's all I got for this week, man. So
I'll try to send photos and videos back.
Yeah, I'll try to do something.
Hesco will decide what gets shown, what doesn't get shown.
Yeah, I'll try to do something.
You blur some stuff out.
That's fine. I mean, I'll probably I'll probably launch out a couple solo episodes, just kind of keeping people up to speed, and we'll go from there. So it'll be one man content, and for a minute, and then we'll see where it lands, and then when we get back together, then. But it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like that for a minute.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna be. I don't. That's the thing about this particular vacation. So I'm stupid. I've never taken a vacation before.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. So I just bought one-way tickets.
Yeah. This guy's fucking retarded. So he's.
Yeah.
So
that's what's happening.
So you may be saying goodbye to this dude. So
it's possible.
It's possible.
It's a long fucking flight.
And you know what? What's crazy is that it's probably a goodbye, not even on purpose, just because he got stuck somewhere, and now he's got to wash dishes to make money for a return ticket.
That's not happening.
It's got to fucking relive the fucking Bruce Lee origin story just to fucking get his ass back over here. But so then I became a dishwasher and learned kung fu from the masters. Fuck.
Far too fat.
Yeah, it didn't stop Kung Fu Panda, bro. So,
neither Panda nor am I animated.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys in a few weeks, and sooner than that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whenever I see you. So y'all take it easy. Like, subscribe, share content. Don't forget, and like always, do your own research. Don't let these motherfuckers hook with you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.